You know the exact feeling, staring at mounting student debt, exhausted from a part-time job, and watching 18-year-olds on the internet quietly generate six-figure incomes. You wonder why you're stuck in the middle-class grind, studying for hours while others seem to have cracked a hidden code to massive wealth. The harsh truth is, the system was designed to keep you exactly where you are. Most students fall into invisible traps, habits that feel productive but are secretly destroying their future. You assume you need a groundbreaking, revolutionary idea to get rich, or that you just need to wait for the perfect moment to start. But the wealthy understand something different. You don't need to reinvent success. You just need to recognize the patterns that are already working and make them your own. Today, this video will break down the 4 specific mistakes keeping middle-class students broke and reveal the exact psychological and financial blueprints to permanently escape the rat race. By the end of this video, the fear of falling behind will be completely replaced with a lethal, unstoppable focus. To escape the middle-class trap, the very first domino that must fall is how progress is viewed. Countless students spend hours watching self-improvement videos, reading business books, and researching different side hustles. It feels incredibly productive, but here is the psychological trap. Cognitive psychologists call this the illusion of mental progress. When a student spends 4 hours researching a side hustle like video editing or brand deal flipping without ever actually executing a single action, the brain releases small amounts of dopamine just for the act of imagining success. Information without action is not growth. It simply becomes mental trash. You are hoarding inspiration and calling it progress. Waiting to feel confident before starting a business is like waiting to feel fit before going to the gym. Confidence does not come first. It is a byproduct that shows up after the reps, after the embarrassment, and after the failure. To break this cycle, adopt the 5-second override. The brain loves comfort and will invent logical excuses to delay hard work. The moment hesitation kicks in, a countdown must begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and physically move. Open the laptop, start the first edit, or write the first cold email. Action creates momentum, and momentum destroys overthinking. Once execution starts, the next massive trap appears: having too many interests. You spend 3 weeks learning graphic design, feel bored, and immediately jump to coding, then to learning a new language. Society calls this being multi-talented, but in reality, it leaves you scattered, tasting everything at a massive buffet, but eating absolutely nothing. The world rewards depth, not dabbling. If energy is split equally across 5 different interests, you remain a master of none. To fix this, implement a strategy called the 3-bucket system. Bucket 1 is the moneymaker. This is the one specific skill, like short-form content strategy, branded dropshipping, or niche reselling, that has realistic potential to pay the bills in the next 1 to 3 years. Bucket 2 is soul stuff. These are hobbies done purely for joy, like painting or playing guitar, with absolutely zero intention of monetizing them. Bucket 3 is the curiosity shelf. Everything else goes here to be explored at a later time. For the next 6 to 12 months, pour 80% of your productive energy solely into the moneymaker. Focus on one single arena until it generates real income, buying the freedom and time to explore everything else later. Even with a crystal clear focus, the brain will fight back if the environment is toxic. Right now, the modern attention span is actively being hijacked by screens that act like digital slot machines. Every scroll delivers a tiny dopamine hit. If the brain is fed a constant diet of endless, effortless entertainment, sitting down to do actual meaningful work feels like pushing a refrigerator uphill. Most people wake up, scroll social media, and get artificially stimulated before they even get out of bed. They live in the wrong sequence: stimulation, comfort, and then they try to work. If the brain experiences the reward before the effort will always feel impossibly heavy. If you do not fix this, you will wake up 5 years from now having mastered the entire YouTube Shorts catalog, but not a single meaningful skill. To bulletproof your focus, practice delayed dopamine. For the first hours of the day, consume absolutely no artificial dopamine. Keep the phone out of reach for the first 30 to 60 minutes of the morning. Do the hardest task first when the willpower battery is completely full. Train the brain to understand the correct sequence. Effort comes first, relief comes second, and the reward comes last. Now, what happens when that laser focus actually turns into money? Here lies the final fatal mistake for students. The moment a part-time job or a side hustle starts bringing in cash, the middle-class mindset takes over. The typical pattern is to earn a paycheck, immediately upgrade the lifestyle by buying a nicer car or expensive clothes, and then hoping something is left over to save at the end of the month. But because spending expands to fill the income available, nothing is ever left over. This is the ultimate trap of paying yourself last. To build quiet, lasting wealth, adopt a structural Japanese financial habit known as chokin. Chokin represents a strict order of operations: save first, spend what remains. The very morning a paycheck hits the account, a minimum of 15 to 20% must immediately transfer into an investment or savings account before it's even seen. Combine this with the principle of hara hachi bu, which traditionally means eating until 80% full, but financially means treating 80% of your income as your absolute ceiling. Live entirely on 80% of what is earned and leave the remaining 20% as an untouchable margin. The human brain is remarkably adaptable. When the option to spend that 20% simply doesn't exist, your lifestyle automatically adjusts. You're no longer relying on willpower. You're relying on an unbreakable system. At this exact moment, every person on Earth is operating as one of two identities: the architect or the consumer. Consumers react to their environment. They wait for the perfect mood, complain about their circumstances, and let distractions design their days. Architects design their outcomes. They lock their variables, concentrate their focus, and build their future regardless of how they feel. The next 6 months are going to pass regardless of what is chosen today. One path leads to waking up in the exact same middle-class loop, wondering where the time went. The other path leads to an unrecognizable level of power and progress. Transformation does not require motivation. It requires execution. Drop the phone, choose your one arena, and take the first step. The time to stop drifting and start designing begins right now. See you in the next one.